Mad Media News.
Got the whole world in his hand. Hey, I'm just sitting here on my porch just looking. What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help. For my help, some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
A few moments later.
Is when all the Queens men got weird and dudes start getting with and all that weird. I'm not mad about not being there no more. Because, I mean, the studio tried to steal my Created by Credit. So, like, they posted, even this week, you know, end of the year, la-da-da-da-da, and you post my show like that's y'all show. It's you putting the show out there, but you're also the same studio, Tyler Perry Studios, that removed my Created by Credit, and I had to call a union to have them force TPS to put it back on there. So I'm not sad that my show isn't there anymore. After season 5, it won't be there anymore. I won't have to deal with that shady, corny kind of leadership over there that would dare. You got 16, 17 shows. I got one. Let me have credit. My contract says I get credit. Why your corny ass trying to steal my credit? Because you can't write like me. Yeah, I wrote the book. And I wrote the show. I wrote the pilot. I created the show. I wrote the first season. It was originally, All the Queen's Men was originally 8 episodes, 8 half-an-hour episodes. And unbeknownst to me, Boss Man went in there and added 10 or 15 minutes to each episode, writing-wise, and then wrote the 10th episode himself. And I wasn't worried right away, even though I should have been a part of that. I should have been allowed to do that because I was the writer's room for season 1. So I wrote the whole season. But as soon as he popped in, and now it's 10 one-hour episodes, and he started writing on it. So then season 2, season 3, he just showed up and said, hey, here's the next 20 episodes, and here's the next 16 after that. I didn't get a chance to contribute. So that's when it got real weird. Yeah, he was like, oh, it's this. This is the hottest thing over here. Ain't nobody checking on that show. Ain't nobody worried about that show. Ain't nobody this, that, and the other. I got to put my name on something that ain't mine. And season 2 and season 3 is when all the Queens men got weird and dudes start getting raped with dildos and all that weird shit. Nobody want to see that shit. Put that on your show. That's why I'm glad my show ain't there no more. Put that on Oval or Bruh or Sisters or whatever. Put that bullshit on your show. I'm glad because I don't have to deal with that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you completely change the integrity of a creation. All the Queens men. It's moving on. To greener pastures, to faraway lands, with new and exciting cast members. Indeed. Don't feel bad, don't be sad. This is just the beginning. It's hard. In honor of all the Queens men and what was built and the jobs, like, what's crazy is that some actors don't understand a series regular is rare. Full stop. That's the sentence. So to get that is like, whew, that's God showing off. To get more than that is just, you know, you got to stay in class. You got to keep getting better. You got to be professional, be a good teammate, you got to have all the P's. You got to be prepared, be punctual, be polite. prepared, punctual, polite, professional. Yeah, those. And sober when you're working. That's how you keep working. Yeah, I was talking to somebody and I was like, man, people don't know like that All the Queen's Men, for some of those actors, that's going to be as good as it ever gets. So we did something wonderful. What up, Syracuse? But the series is going to live on. And I think after Eden, All the Queen's Men after Eden is going to be even bigger. It's already written. It's already registered. Copyrighted and registered with the WGA. You know how to play. And the prequels are registered as well. They're crazy. So the universe is going to live on. Some of the same actors are still going to be in there. And it's going to be a few of them that are not going to be there anymore. Because you don't get to show up inebriated and brag about it. So, yeah. Alvester Black won't be back. Yeah, Sky won't be back. He will be written out for that and other reasons. But you don't laugh in my face about how high you are on my show. Yeah. So he'll be written out. If anybody, I had to check an actor about ad-libbing, and I could have done it gentler. It was a bit abrasive, but the guy filed a workplace harassment claim, a false workplace harassment claim, because I checked him for ad-libbing on my show. And then he later retracted, and I got both emails. I got the accusation and I got the retraction, the bullshit retraction, but he'll be gone. I think he knows that as well. Yeah, after season 5, that particular character will be out of there as well, because you don't get to do that. Yeah, you don't get to falsely accuse somebody of workplace harassment when I'm checking you about the fact that you shouldn't be doing this thing anyway. You're not supposed to be ad-libbing, and this is my show. This ain't the stand-up comedy hour. So, and it was cowardly and dangerous to falsely accuse somebody of some shit like that. So that particular person won't be back either, in any way, shape, or form. In my opinion, comments were made and put into the show. Like, I got the last scripts, and they didn't have all this disrespect coming towards my character. And this is right after I made that video discussing sexual harassment that I experienced and attempted sexual assault and all that. And everything that I said was the truth. You can polygraph me. I'll pay for it. But this person put some ad-libs in my show and pointed at me and my character as retaliation, in my opinion. And I think that person has to go as well. So it's going to be some changes, but All the Queen's Men will continue to roll. And I think after Eden is going to be even bigger. I think it's going to be even bigger. I know how it starts. I know the things that we're building towards. I can't say. But wouldn't it be nice if at the same time that there's an All the Queen's Men Vegas residency in real life, that at that same time, Madam is setting up a Vegas residency within the show? and we get to kind of cross those two things over a little bit. Wouldn't that be nice? Most of that ATQM cast is classy as hell, professional, show up, do their best, they're prepared. A few of them came in high a few times and thought it was comfortable and thought it was cute and thought it was cozy time, and we're not doing that. So again, you know, they've had their warnings, but if we place this universe somewhere at a new studio, we're not doing that. That's an insurance risk. And if them same people show up one time high on set again, they're going to be fired on the spot, and I'm going to be the person doing it. At TPS, I didn't have any real authority. They didn't respect the fact that I was executive producer and creator. They always treated it like it was Tyler's show. They even removed my created by credit. And I had to call the WGA, the Writers Guild, and ask them to please force the studio to honor our contract and give me my created by credit and put it back in every show that they took it out of. And they made them put it back. I will be glad to take this wonderful creation somewhere where it will be celebrated and where I'll be celebrated, or at least accepted. Nothing's with me and Tyler. I don't work for him. We're both executive producers on my show. So that's it. I haven't worked for Mr. Perry. I haven't worked for Tyler since 2007. We both work on my shit. So that's for clarity. Pro-black person goes out to try to steal. I got one show, you got 16 or 17. Why have your studio try to take my created by credit? So you can get credit for this. Because you got to get credit for everything. But you didn't build this, and God ain't let it happen. So that's what's up. Yeah, some angst. Why would you try to steal from another black creative and you say you pro-black? It's corny and it's lame. That's what's up. They didn't tell me the show was ending. But it's okay. That's how it's been the whole time. I ain't pressed. I'm glad to get out of there. All the Queen's men is out on good behavior. Woo-hoo! I can have some say in what goes on in my show. And I can remove people that need to be high all the time. People going to think they're going to say what they want to all the time and not read what's on the damn page, because that's the job. I get to remove some of the debris and riffraff. It's going to be wonderful. So excited. I confronted Sky about the importance of not being high on the show. He says, so what if I am? And continue to tell me that he ain't got to listen to me. He ain't signed a contract with me. I ain't his boss. I can't tell him what to do. And you know what, man? He is right. He is right. Because he no longer works on my show. Because Sky is no longer part of All the Queen's Men after season 5. So you don't have to listen to what I say. And you won't be in the prequels, and you will not be in the sequels, and you will not have the audacity to laugh in my face that you're so high you need a Celsius to come down while we on the way to set on some shit that I built, that I fought for you to be there on. Because you're not an amazing actor, if we're being honest. You're mediocre at best, in my opinion. So it's in the best interest of the show anyway. But yeah, we're not doing that, man. Yeah, so I'm excited that after season 5, he'll have more time to go get high, I guess, or do whatever he does when he's not in acting class. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, man. But look, the other people, like let's talk about certain folks like Candace, who plays Dime. Let's talk about Raquel, who plays Blue, who's my favorite character. Blue is an actress. Blue is one of those actresses that deserves to be working for the rest of her natural life, unless she takes a break to spend some time with her family. But when she decides to come back, they should be sending her delicious scripts because she's a wonderful actor. I think the guy who plays Gene Marks is a wonderful actor. I think Anthony Montgomery, the guy who played Alan Fisk, who got shot and buried in the back of Club Eden. Sorry, that's amazing. I got pictures of me pushing the fake dead body around on set. Let me clarify that, because I don't want nobody showing up at my door. The fake on set, the fake dead body, I got it on the refrigerator cart and I'm pushing it around. I got pictures. I got to see if I can find them. Doggone it. Anthony Montgomery is a wonderful actor, and I wish we would have hired somebody else to play Alan Fisk and hire Anthony to play something else so we could have utilized him more, because he's a wonderful actor. He's in Star Trek. He's currently on Family Business, all of that.
Flashback.
Let me cut the TV down, because it don't need to be this loud. What's going on, y'all? I want to talk to you about some stuff, and it's been on my heart, so I want to speak on it. All right. Good evening. Hope everybody's doing amazing. I've been speaking to my brother about making a declaration of my experience. What I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately. And I really, it's in my bone marrow to discuss that, because thankfully God built me the way that he built me, but I'm not sure, based on this person's claims and brags, that he's literally got, at the same time this person was sexually harassing me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. And clearly that's why it felt to him that it was okay to say these things. And I want to have these discussions. I want to be transparent with y'all about that. I've done my best to forgive this person, but it happens. It happens. It's not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes. And it'll be men tempting men. And that's why a lot of my posts over the last few years have been about taking the scenic route, taking the long way around, because if that means that you can carry your integrity with you, then, and it's 11:11. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for another opportunity to connect with you. Please forgive my sins, my shortcomings, my bad decisions, and my mistakes. Please continue to guide and protect us as only you can. everybody that's watching. It's not a presentation. If I see 1111, I try to have another conversation with God. So thank you, Heavenly Father. I appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen. That's interesting. But there are people that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who y'all like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that. At some point soon, it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 05. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes. Sometimes it's the very people we deify. And we look up like, oh, they're doing so much. They're doing so much. No, they're also doing this. And my only reservation about naming the people, there was directors along the way like, hey, you read for this, that, and the other. You want to come back up to the apartment? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You got my headshot, my resume, and I'm good. If I can handle that or not. I can kill that, but I don't need to come up to your apartment. We already had the audition. There's other people that I want to say everything, and my brother was like, nah, not yet. I want to tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. I want to speak on it. And the good news is that they don't even have to believe me. Hopefully they would, but even if they don't, they can hear this person. Since sexual harassment started, I've carried many recorder devices on me, keychains, pens, thumb drives with a charged battery that get 6, 7, 8 hours, all the above. So I have the conversations. I really want to air that shit out, because it bothers me when I'm alone at night. Like, man, the world is celebrating this person and they don't even know the shady and predatory way in which this person moves.
And the way that, predators resent the prey that gets away. So when you don't say yes, when you don't say, okay, I'll acquiesce and, sign up and literally and figuratively play ball, because we're not doing that, they resent you. This is a conversation we're going to have, and we're going to have soon, because it bothers me in my spirit that I can forgive people. That's one thing. But yeah, P, we don't play ball. That's my brother in there. And he knows the real deal. He knows the who. I'm good. Somebody said, you don't look okay. I'm okay. I have peace. I'm literally strategically planning my next 8 moves. I'm good. God got me, because he was watching when I was offered these opportunities and I didn't say yes. I didn't sell my soul or my ass. Excuse my French, y'all. I know some of y'all, hopefully y'all don't have no kids around, but I didn't sell nothing for success. It's like, nah, that's not what I want. I ain't into that. I ain't into dudes. I got an only beard in the bed policy. Mine is the only beard in the bed. Yeah, we ain't doing none of that. I don't get out like that. And these people kept on for years. Sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And where I'm at now is that in the middle of the night, I think about if I'm brave enough to name the person. I'll take a polygraph live. I'll take 5 polygraphs live. And I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This person is a predator, and he's one of several. And it's a shame, man. But I think it's time. I want to, and I know, P, I know you on here. I want to say everything now. And I have proof. It's not like I'm just making false accusations. I intentionally let the statute of limitations expire. It's not about money, but I'm gonna have to take the receipts, the recordings down to the police department and let them hear this individual. I wasn't working for him in the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100,000 to take my clothes off. He said, I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I declined. Because again, scenic route. I got my integrity with me. I'll take the long way around. But being that I wasn't working with him and we were in my apartment, he had visited my apartment to offer me a job of this fall because the lead of this particular project was going to do something else, so he needed another lead. I recorded it because I didn't trust him, and I had told him over and over, and he still always tried shit. Just tried shit. So if people don't believe me, they can hear him in his voice. I have always kept something on me. Always. Even if my phone is off. Something else is, if I'm around somebody that has tried to sexually harass me, pressure me, intimidate me into some nonsense, I've always kept something on me so I could protect myself, because if they're that powerful and they feel that entitled, then they can also try to get in the way of your work. I want to speak on it. I also want to keep making great things and creating jobs and opportunities. But, oh no, I got backups for the backups for the backups for the backups. I've watched way too many Jason Bourne movies not to have 15 backups. I can press play and you can hear the person and you'll know immediately who the person is that's offering me $100,000 to strip. You'll know right away, and it'll break your heart. I won't have to say the person's name, but I can and I will. I don't mind doing a polygraph or 3 or 5 on live TV, and I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This industry is something else. It's wonderful, and we get to chase our dreams, and we get to live other lives. I get to be a judge or an FBI agent. I get to be a girl dad. And some of the people that you think are your mentors are literally and figuratively just trying to fuck you. I have documentation from the dealership for the car that they tried to buy as an apology for offering me $100,000 to strip. It's time. I really want to just clear the air, because I'm tired. And then where I'm at now, if it still feels like that person is fucking with you just to fuck with you, just to mess with you. The industry can be wonderful. I'm grateful, be clear, that this person showed me how not to be. When I'm a boss, people get daps and church hugs. The attractive women that work on even on my shows, my productions, they getting daps and church hugs. That's it. Because this person showed me how not to be when I'm in charge, and when I built something, and when I created something. I hear you, Pernell. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna dial it back. You get on my nerves because I know you're right, but it's in my fucking bone marrow, and I'm tired of this person gallivanting around doing these PR stunts. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. Well, then speak on, if you gonna have, we're gonna have a conversation, y'all, really soon. Really soon. Really soon. And I thank God that he made me the way that I am, because I know he sat back and watched, like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you going to acquiesce and take this movie that's gonna make 60, 70, $80 million? Are you gonna take this picture? Are you gonna go to that late night audition, that late night table read? No, you ain't built me like that. I'm been beat, shot at, stomped out more than most of the people that are here on this live put together. P, I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna air it out, but I'm so fucking close because I'm tired. I'm tired. And it needs to be told. And the bad part is I'm gonna be painted as the villain when I was the one that was sexually harassed for years, bullied, intimidated, and sexually harassed for years. And I'm going to be painted as the villain because y'all have deified this person. And then if a person tells you over and over, first of all, in general, you have no right to touch anybody. None. None. Now, that's why I'm careful. Like when I do my shows and everything, you know, it says church hugs. I put the veils on and I kiss people on the hair up here. Nothing sexual, nothing weird, nothing crazy. And I'm trusting that, you know, the fans will receive that out of a place of love and connection. But you are not allowed to touch somebody without their permission. Not allowed to try to touch them in a sexual or private place without their permission. And if they've already declared, like, hey, bruh, I get that that's your thing, but I like black women and Hennessy. And so miss me with the bullshit, because I'm never going to be open to that. I'm never going to swing at that pitch. Like I'm batting for this team over here. God made ovaries and fallopian tubes and vagina, labia majora, labia minora, uterus. It's just wonderful over here. So I'm going to stay over here like...
Everybody just wants to know, who is he talking about? Tyler Perry, y'all. Let's just cut the bullshit. He's talking about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
And
chill, and then this person still tries to grab you, physically grab you. Cassie speaking out has reminded me about not just me, because it was brutal going through it, because it lasted for years, but her speaking out, people need to know. And the funny thing is, predators like that, they resent the prey that got away. They resent the prey that got away. The prey that didn't fold. The prey that didn't acquiesce and say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this L and sacrifice my morals for this opportunity. Nah. That was around the time that I was considering going back to Michigan, 08, 09, because work was slow, and the work that was coming was offered with a side of penis. And yeah, that don't do nothing for me. I'm batting for your team. So, at some point soon, I've spoken with my attorney trying to figure out how to deal with it. It's never been about money. I literally intentionally let the statute of limitations pass. It's not about money or being able to sue. But at some point, really soon, the police report is going to be filed, and I'll turn over the recordings of the inappropriate behaviors and the inappropriate offers, and I'll turn over the paperwork for the car that was bought as an apology for offering me $100,000 to take my clothes off. And y'all can hear him. His voice is very distinctive. And I wanna empty. I'm tired of carrying this shit. There's a reason now why I fight more than ever when somebody wrongs me, and why I almost too aggressively speak up is because I wasn't brave enough to then, and I regret not being able to be strong enough, and I resent that part of me that wasn't strong enough to speak up about it. It's taking everything in me not to air out everything and put all the recordings online, put all the paperwork and the PDFs online. There's no reason that this person's company would be on the bill of sale for a vehicle unless it's right after the time-stamped recording of him offering me $100,000 to take my clothes off. He said, I don't have to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Like, you know, I'm not into that. I don't fuck around like that. I don't do that. What the fuck? What? Leave. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get out. I thought you were my brother and my friend. And this definitely has nothing to do with my brother who's in here. Be clear. I thought this person was a brother type figure, a mentor type figure. But for you to continuously throw these opportunities, you know good and damn well, all it ever was you pretending to be a mentor, trying to get some ass. That'll never happen. I don't bat for that team. Yeah, but I gotta get off of here and talk to my brother because I'm so fucking close to just airing everything out. I'm just dumping everything online in the morning. I wish I'd have been brave enough. I'm him now. I know who I am. I know who God built me to be. And I'm not afraid of those consequences. My concern is that a lot of y'all are gonna be like, man. And your immediate reaction is gonna be like, oh, well, we gotta protect our deity. We gotta protect. It's gonna have to happen. I'm interested to see which peers are mad at me because it may interfere with their work. But, yeah. You get a grown-ass man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room because he says it's safe. Because I know I'm bent, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm asleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep and not short Hennessy's either. And this dude tries to climb into bed with you. So you spaz out, push him out, like, what the fuck? Get ready to leave. He apologizes, blame it on the alcohol. And you try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm gone. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab your penis. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. What the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck? Oh, my bad. So you go to leave, he tries to do it again. Now, at that point, my only regret is not breaking multiple bones in this person's face. Like beating the dog shit out of this person, right? Because that's available to me at all times. That in her grizzly bear is always available, but in the moment, I'm like, what the fuck? And wanted to, but you got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account. Who they gonna believe? Right? I got that $3,000. That's his mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and you know, I can get by. Work was slow, and a lot of the work that was coming it had penis attached to it. I'm like, fuck that, man. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm about to do. I regret not speaking up then, not being brave enough to, and I regret not hurting this person because I got a big heart. Mother had a big heart. Mother's heart was as big as Flint, Michigan. She was like a little yellow boy. You finna come and you gonna be a part of my family. And I always try to think about things, you know, and not lash out, even though I wanted to, even though I want to. I'm mad at me for not hitting him. I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young black actors have fell for that? How many of them, and you can hear him say it on you can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him say that he has several guys, multiple guys on payroll, 6 figures a year, that pop up and they do whatever he wants and they go back home. So they pop in, they grab their ankles, they do whatever he wants. And I'm like, I'm not finna fucking do that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to make it that bad. I want to be able to shave in the fucking morning without any grief or any regret or any shame waiting for me in the mirror. There's a trauma that comes with being bullied and intimidated and sexually harassed like that. And the bad part is when the truth comes out, a lot of y'all in here are gonna be like, man, I don't believe it. And you can watch me on whatever news station. I'll take polygraphs live on TV. You can hear the recordings yourself. Person has a very distinctive voice when they offer me $100 grand to take my clothes off. Person has a very distinctive voice when they literally sexually assault me and try to grab my private parts and I'm blocking their hand. What the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, my bad. And tries to do it again. Some of these people are y'all heroes. Some of these people y'all have deified and set up on a stool or on a stoop. It's taking everything in me not to say. But I promise you this. I will promise you this. As an executive on the show, I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate them into what you want. I am grateful for that lesson. I'm glad that God sat back because not only was he watching to see if I was the person that he thought he had made, but he was letting me see who I am.
Facebook, family, and friends. Today is Wednesday, and I did a video last week, and I talked about my friendship with Tyler Perry. And I got a lot of comments and a lot of responses from a lot of people, from friends, people I knew, people I didn't know. A lot of people had a lot of negative comments to say about me outing Tyler Perry. In fact, some black gay men were furious that I would out him or anyone. I want to say that I've always felt that there is no correct or politically correct way to out someone. If a man is gay, he is gay. If he's had sex with another man, he's homosexual. And if somebody decides to tell their story, or if they know that person's gay and they decide to discuss this other person, it's fair game. There's no such thing as a forced outing of an individual. Now, a lot of black gay guys, which is so bizarre to me, so many black gay men are so afraid of people knowing that they are gay. You would swear they were lynching gay folks here in America. Some of these black gay guys are so afraid that if anybody finds out they're gay, it's the end of the world. And unfortunately, those are guys, those black gay men, the ones who are hiding and sneaking, quietly trying to live a gay life in the closet, those are the ones who need to be forced out and into the open. Tyler Perry is gay. I know he's gay. He knows he's gay. We all have friends that know he's gay. I've hung around Tyler Perry. I've known Tyler Perry for years. Tyler Perry is hiding in the closet, trying to hide his sexuality and not really doing a good job about it when you stop and think about it.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay.
Okay. I hope he's not watching me walk away. He watching.
The man's gay. Like any other gay man who's... You ever see a gay guy and he has a wife and kids, and you're constantly looking at that man saying, something ain't right with that one. Can't quite figure it out. Is he gay? Is Jonathan gay? Yeah, Jonathan gay. Is he? I don't know. There's always these constant questions about this man's sexuality. I mean, you can look at him. Usually you use these two eyeballs, if you got some of those, and tell that this individual is, in fact, gay. You can look at some guys and tell they're gay. Hell, you can look at me and see that I'm gay. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds, 230 on a good day. Well, today ain't a good day. I'm 250 today. But anyway, Tyler Perry's gay. I didn't out him. When Tyler Perry went out to clubs and partied with friends and went and participated in the gay lifestyle like everybody else, Tyler Perry's probably been gay since he was a little kid, just like me. No one outed Walter. You can't out a person that is already known to be gay. And then some gay people, black gay guys, like, well, even if he's in a club, even if he has gay friends, even if he's got gay lovers, let him make the decision when he wants to come out. Really? Don't quite work that way, y'all. It just doesn't. You know, there's been all kinds of stuff said about Tyler Perry in sexuality over the years. Tyler Perry has paid out millions of dollars to keep his sexuality a secret. Millions. Tyler Perry, I've known people who wrote books about Tyler Perry, plays about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry would meet with them, give them money, have them sign a no-clause agreement. Plays about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry would meet with them, give them money, have them sign a no-clause agreement stating that they will not speak about him. They won't say anything about him for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Who knows? He's did this with a lot of people, and he's gave them millions of dollars to shut up. If I was Tyler, I'd have been like, go ahead and write your play. Go ahead and print your book. Why would I give you millions of dollars to say something about me that's true? Let me just say, I'm going to pay you a couple $1 million to shut up saying something that's true about me. I'm not going to do that. Somebody got some dirt on Walter, spit it out. You can write a song about me. You can put it in a play. You can put it in a movie. You can put it on billboards on I-285. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to pay you no money to that's blackmail as far as I'm concerned. So Tyler Perry's allowing people to blackmail him. And he'll pay him. I guess he's got millions of dollars. Ain't shit. He like, whatever. I just par for the course. Pay it. Pay it. I don't want them sissies to know I'm a sissy. Pay it. Really? You can't out somebody who's already out, guys. No need to get mad at me. No sense of y'all getting on y'all firing up your computers and sending me nasty emails and messages. You know, on YouTube, I have a way to control the comments over here.
Welcome back, everyone. Now to our ABC News. In June, what made you decide to come forward with your story?
I wanted to speak out and not stay silent about it anymore.
Actor Derek Dixon sitting down for his first television interview since filing a $260 million lawsuit against media mogul Tyler Perry, detailing the alleged sexual harassment and assaults he says he endured.
That's when you pushed me up against the wall and grabbed my ass again.
Dixon starred as Dale in Tyler Perry's BET series, The Oval.
Why are you yelling? I'm in this too, remember? You're not in it. Did you get shot at? No, I actually got shot.
He appeared in 85 episodes between 2021 and 2025. Tell us about the first time you ever met Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I met him at his studio opening party in 2019. I was working for an events company, and we met, and he said to me, are you an actor? And I said, well, not right now. I'm working on it, but not right now. And he said, yeah, you are. We need to talk. You should get my number and we'll talk about this. Did any of your initial interactions give you pause? You know, a few of them were, did give me pause, but they weren't bad enough to think like this was a dangerous situation in the beginning. Yeah. According to your lawsuit, at one point early on, he bought you a car. Yeah, he'd seen my Jeep around the studio that I was driving, and he said, you know, that's not a great car. Tyler Perry is an actor, producer, director, playwright, and prominent name in the entertainment space. He launched his career in the 1990s.
You want this half? You want this half?
His 2005 breakthrough film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, debuted at #1 in the box office and was a massive success. To date, he's created 24 feature films, 20 stage plays, 17 television shows, and 2 New York Times best-selling books. In 2021, his prolific career earned him a spot in the exclusive Billionaires Club. His media empire includes his own production company, Tyler Perry Studios, based in Atlanta, one of the largest film studios in the country.
I'm not trying to do anything other than meet somebody at their humanity.
As his career has flourished, he's also made a name for himself in the philanthropic space. So in early 2020, you land the role of Dale on The Oval. Was that a dream job? It was, yeah. It was. To be a series regular on a show was something I always dreamed about. The complaint includes multiple screenshots of text messages allegedly between Dixon and Perry. Picture where he's on the jet ski. Well, I said, nice picture. And he said, yeah, the water looks calm. And he said, nice picture. You don't see that stud in that picture? Rude. And I said, LOL, yes, that's a stud. And all these texts, I tried to de-escalate them and make a joke out of them. Some of the messages more sexual in nature. One of them says, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that in therapy yet? I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. Now, the complaint also alleges that in January of 2020, there was an escalation from the text messages to Tyler Perry's behavior becoming physical. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that first alleged incident? Yes. We were over at his house. We're having some drinks in his guest house, and it was late at night, and he has a guest quarters, and said that you can sleep there instead of not driving. And his house is far from Atlanta and where I was living. And I got into bed, and then I noticed that he climbed into bed with me as well and started rubbing my leg. And I jumped up out of bed, and he has said, turn around so I can look at you, and just commented on how I looked, and then he got up and left. So I thought after that instance, it was pretty clear that I was not interested in that type of a relationship. It was very, very strange. I mean, I think it's okay that people
try to make a move or shoot their shot, but if they get rejected, I think that they should stop. And so I thought it would stop after that, and it didn't.
At the end of the second season, Dale gets shot in the chest 4 times. Why was that especially concerning for you?
What it meant to me was if I don't make him happy, I could stay dead on the show.
And the complaint specifically says, and I just want to quote it, Mr. Perry made it clear to Mr. Dixon that he would kill off Mr. Dixon's character if he did not indulge Mr. Perry's sexual harassment. Was that message clear to you?
For me, that was his way of showing his power over us and our careers, and that he doesn't have a problem with just killing one of us off.
You're also a screenwriter and had written a TV series called Losing It. Tell us about that.
Just checking in with you guys about the news that I mentioned a couple days ago. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about sexual assault and harassment and why the people stay silent. For a long time, guys, I didn't want to say anything, and I wanted to tell you guys why I didn't want to say anything. But when it happened to me, I felt ashamed. I was scared because of the judgment and the questions that people were going to start asking, almost like if they were going to blame me for just being there. Well, I felt all of that, guys, when a very big director, a very seriously powerful person that everybody knows, invited me over to his house to talk about roles and upcoming things that he was writing. I was telling myself, like, man, like all of my dreams are coming true right now. Like my opportunities at my front door right now. So much excitement going through my body. And then, guys, it happens. You know, my boundaries were crossed. You feel like this person feels like they got power over you because of the situation and the opportunity that presented itself in front of you. And then you and how fear can somewhat keep you quiet and keep you silent. Well, I stayed quiet for much too long. And I just want to say I'm really sorry, man, because if I would have spoken up sooner, I could have saved somebody that this probably happened to after me. I just want to say sorry for that, whoever that may be. It could have stopped with me if I would have said something. But I do apologize, and I'm speaking up now and getting it out there and talking about it, most importantly, then so be it. And I just want to apologize once again, guys, because I'm sorry I can't really talk about more than what I've talked about right now. But I will be giving you guys an update very soon about the whole situation that happened in detail. So stay tuned.
Mad Media News.